Hello, everyone. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, an idea whose time has come, MGTOW. You're going to have to forgive me, with the titles and everything here, because I have to come up with a whole lot of them. First, let me ask you guys, is the audio okay? I'm trying something a little different here. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, Mr. Free Ross, how's it going, bro? Yeah, a little late there, I don't know if YouTube sends out notifications beforehand or if they just wait until I go live and then send them out, so that's what's going on. And Howard in the house. Hey, Matthew, thanks for stopping by. How's it going, bro? Yeah, audio is good. Excellent. Yeah, doing something like a little involved here. It should sound better than it has. There's a lot to talk about regarding MGTOW. And it's really interesting because I had this idea about 2-3 weeks ago. I was pretty much moving on to this subject, and I didn't feel right talking about a certain aspect of it. And now this idea, its time has come around. Okay. And what I'm talking about here, like I'm going to dial it down. All right. Got this general topic, an unholy alliance between government and media. And when I say media, I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about TikTok. I'm talking about the mainstream news. I'm talking about all of it. And if you've been listening to some of my podcasts in the past, I know I haven't been here for a little while, and don't worry, this is not going to go on for long. This will be, like 10, 15 minutes, then I'll talk to you guys a little bit. You know that I've been talking about this idea of we are in a culture war. All right. We are in a cultural revolution, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to end. It's always going to get worse. And if you understand the nature of what's going on here, the reason behind it, you can understand why it's never ending and why it's always getting worse. The media, the government, the powers that be, the money, the marketing, they play upon our instincts, on our natural, unthinking, unreasoned feelings and emotions. This is why the media is so open to the leftist cause, okay? They don't care. What do they care? They're in business. You know what I mean? They want to make a profit. And it turns out that by talking about transgender issues, by talking about the rights of children to disregard the care and the legal responsibility of their parents, this suits their agenda, all right? They have no desire to talk about traditional values and the values that sustain us and move us forward as a free and healthy society, okay? That's not their game. Their game is to sell you new stuff, okay? And to make those Jordans, those Jordan 1s, so important to you that you will spend your rent money on those things before you will spend it on your rent, okay? That culture, that the group that we belong to, that we identify with, the brands that we identify with, are more important than our very principles and values that govern us. Now, it gets worse, my friends, because those very principles and values that govern us, they've been indoctrinated into us. The people who are talking about them and using them, they don't care about them. They're professionals. They don't actually care, right? They just want to go with whatever's the winning, situation, whatever's the most profitable situation. And that is a leftist, cultural, feminist, dependent-based revolution. And it's constant. And it's always against whoever is in charge. Understand, these are not valid arguments, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There is no wage gap, all right? When you compare the job of the woman to the man at the same age and the same experience level, the women actually get paid more. And the trend is horrific. The trend suggests that there will be no men in college by 2060. right? Because come on, you know, sexual predator. That's what you are. So they're using our instincts and our virtue against us in marketing our values to us. In other words, hey, you know, if a person gets a sex change operation, they can go into the other, you know, gender's bathroom. And it's like, no, you got to be crazy. You know what I mean? That's, you know, I just put up a video, don't call breastfeeding natural, right? Because the feminists, they don't want us to see being a woman as a natural state. They have been trying to do an end around on evolution, okay? And they're suggesting that it's thousands of years of oppression and that men are unfair, da-da-da-da-da. Now look, being on the bottom side, on the submissive side of a sexually dimorphic species, no, I wouldn't be crazy about it. But, you know, you are what you are, and, you know, you're born, you know, you have the biological tools, you know, to be that. This is true throughout the entire animal kingdom, all right? So, you know, does feminism belong out there in the animal kingdom? Because the males are certainly oppressing the females, right? Females have got to go through all this garbage, right? You know, but the males have to go through their own set of garbage. And what's happening now, they're taking every little inconvenience, justifies demonizing whoever we perceive to be in charge. This is a revolution. Look, you know, in the late 50s and early 60s during the Chinese, you know, communist revolution, you had, you know, 17-year-old students combing the campuses, taking teachers who had been teachers for the last, you know, 40, 50 years and dragging them out, you know, of their homes onto the streets and, you know, if not beating them to death, certainly, you know, stripping them of their possessions and sending them off to a work camp because they weren't part of the revolution. Now, do you really think that those 17-year-old college students really had some great vision in mind for the future? Or do you think that they were just pissed off and wanted to grab their professors and say, we're the ones in charge here? Okay? So there is no valid argument coming from the left. There is no valid argument over on that side. And what little part of it that is valid has been invalidated by the 95% of bullshit where they just want to get free stuff. Okay? You want to talk about the source of all evil in this world? Money is the source of all evil. No, it's not. Money is an excellent placeholder so that we can do business, so that we can transact. Okay? The root of all evil is the desire for unearned resources. And this is the root of resentment. And this is the root of cultural revolution and controlling it. And we men, we virtuous people, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for whoever sheds his blood today with me. I'm sorry. Okay. We're the ones who bear the brunt of this. Decent society, the values that got us to where we are and can sustain us into the future, the very things worth moving forward are the things that will be attacked, things the media will not support. Okay? Do you ever wonder why certain content is promoted and why certain content isn't? Because I'll tell you, you know, largely that which makes you not think and diverts you and is a diversion and entertains you is promoted. Makes you think, and that which might drive you to action, and that would drive you to take care of yourself and build yourself up. Oh no, that's not why. Whoa, that's crazy. We can't discourage. You know, we can't encourage that. Hey, Monk Music is here. Thanks for stopping by, bro. How's it going? Leftist ideology is garbage. Yeah, you know, it is. There's a liberal aspect. Okay, what used to be leftism, you know, the left was, you know, had this very liberal aspect to it, almost an anarchy aspect to it, and that has some important, you know, valuable qualities. But what, you know, the Overton window has moved further and further to the left. And now it's ridiculous. Now it's absurd. Now it's if a man holds a door open for a woman, that's sexist, and he can go to jail, or at least over in Holland. And if a man doesn't open a door for a woman, that's sexist, and he can go to jail for it, at least over in Holland. You know, I love talking to people from around the world and seeing what's going on in the other countries, even, you know, like Korea, you know. They've elected an anti-feminist, you know, president, and it's a good thing. An anti-collectivist, right? An anti-emotional group collectivist. And this is the tool that they use within media to win this war, to stake their claim, to stake their territory. And they do it with our very values now. You know what I mean? Like, our political issues are now marketing issues. How do we present this, you know, to get the most headway, to get the most acceptance with it? And the idea of fake news and fake news stories and flooding the airwaves with garbage stories, they're the people who invented this, okay? You know, they're accusing other people of this, and they're going to want to use it as a means for censorship. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want any message out here that isn't, you know, family values approved, which is, you know, their moneymaker. And we, men, and the good people who are trying to get by on the virtues and the values and the principles that can actually sustain, you know, human life, we're getting bombarded with this stuff. And it's so far above us. It's so far... And there's marketing slogans and, you know, marketing campaigns, but we're not even in the fight. We're not even in the game, you know, and that's what happens, is that the individual gives themselves over to the culture. Now, for an attractive young woman, that might work out pretty well. For somebody who there is great sympathy and victim status, that might work out pretty well. But it won't work out for you as a man, okay? Nobody cares if you cry. If you cry, we will look away in disgust. I'm sorry. Even if, you know, it's the right thing to do. And the culture and the society, the women, the children, and the dependents, they have to demonize you. They have to say, that's the bad man, because otherwise they cannot justify parasiting all of this free stuff off of this system. In other words, let's take Donald Trump's money and split it between us because he's a bad man. So let's take, you know, whatever authority we think is over us, and let's take it because they're bad people. So that's really, you know, the whole extent of this argument. It's major bullshit, okay? And you are right to get frustrated and to be disgusted and to not know which way to turn, okay? What I can tell you, what Howard did tell you, is you got to keep it real with yourself. That's all, okay? And it's going to be some slow progress at first. But if you'll stay true to yourself and the things that you believe in, and you'll work on those, and you won't lose your faith and confidence, and you won't get distracted too much by your TikTok videos and even by your Howard Dare videos, you won't get distracted too much. You will start to make progress in this area with yourself. And then you will start to feel confidence in yourself. And then you will start to explore and get bigger plans, perhaps to change the world, or at least to change your world and your place in it. And do you understand that the powers that be, the people who hire people, the people who get your votes, the people who you buy their products, they don't want you in that mind frame. They want you watching their media. They want you following their rules. And the way they set these things up, as I said, marketing principles and values, a coalition between government and media, is through culture, is through peer pressure, is through these marketing campaigns. And we're on the receiving end of that. And it's never going to stop. So you have to divorce yourself from it and build yourself up independently of it. And then maybe you can fix things for yourself. Maybe you can fix things for the world around you, if you're so inclined. You don't have to. Anyway, let me check out the chat section here. What's going on? Excellent, excellent. We have Mr. Pliskin is here. Thank you, bro. Who did I see? Oh, Pulaski Bob is here. Chris Mitchell is here, ladies and gentlemen. He just put out a pizza video, and I accept the challenge. I will pick up that gauntlet, okay? Because Howard Dare knows pizza, all right? Now, I could see that Mr. Mitchell, in his pizza video, knows what he's doing. He's got the equipment. He knows how to press out the dough so that it's even. Does some very impressive dough as well, right? Yeah, so I was thinking, got to make that pizza, right? And for some reason, I'm like, yeah, it's just like a woman. You got to prepare the dough. You got to press it out. You got to put the sauce on it. You got to dress it up. Then you got to put it in the oven. And then you got to eat it just like a woman. And, hey, if that's not the way that it's going to work that way where she does that to you. So, what do you think all those things are like? Yeah, that's a really nice shirt. What do you think she's doing there? That's her putting the sauce on the pizza, And when she says, you really should spend more time with your mother, what do you think she's doing there? You should help your sister. She's putting the cheese on, okay? And then when she starts getting upset and acting all huffy and tossing her hair and turning sideways to you, she's just put you in the oven, okay? And it's going to get hot in there. It's going to get really hot in there because she's going to turn up the heat. She's going to bring your family and your friends in on it. She's going to bring the state in on it. She's going to bring the entire culture, your entire peer group to bear on you because you are a man and she resents you. And she is a woman and she resents being a woman. And media and government and institutions and your fellow man and your friends and family will all play on that. That's the tool that they will use. And you will have to break down and give everything you have and everything you are to the group, and you will come up short. And you'll be like, can I get a little bit of help now? And they'll be like, no, we're not going to help you. You're a man. So, either you're the pizza or she's the pizza. Anyway, yeah. So, Monk Music, your channel looks cool. You got a sub. Yeah. Get over there to, Monk Music's channel, subscribe, support your fellow MGTOW channels. You don't have to support the big ones. They're okay. Don't worry about them. They'll be fine. The smaller ones, the ones that are coming up, support them. Help build them. How do you help build them? You take the links to their video. In other words, you grab that link up there at the top in, HTTPS, and you copy that. And then you go over to like a feminist Facebook group and you post that link. And you say something like, here, I just thought you girls would like this. And then all the feminists come over to the Howard Dare video and they talk shit. And they get all pissed off in the comments section. They say shit like, how dare you? You're a blubbering piece of shit. And then, you think I'd get upset, but I don't. I get happy. I pin that comment. Right? I just come back with some stupid, remark, like, yeah, well, you're weak, stupid, and ugly. Right? I just wind her up a little bit. Excuse me. And then I let her go. And, then other people join in, on the comments. And then, I've got this one thread that's got, 100 comments on it, right? 100 replies on it. And now the video has got, tens of thousands of views. And, I'm a happy camper. And she helped. Okay. Shinobi Wan, thanks for stopping by, bro. What do you got going on? There's not enough money in the world to pay off the bad debts of women and men. Yeah, well, the deal is that everybody's hoping they're going to die before the debt becomes due. You know what I mean? Like, look at Social Security. And now with the declining population, right? Boom, you don't have enough people paying into Social Security for the existing generations to get their money out of. So the Ponzi scheme is falling apart. Have to buy a wood chipper. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Nice tool to have around. Curbing speed. How's it going, bro? Hail to the emperor, he says. Hail to the chat. Thank you, bro. Jay Hess is here. What's going on, bro? My favorite author, one of my favorite authors was Herman Hesse. Yeah. MGTOW saved my life. His name is Howard. Oh, thank you, bro. No. The message is out here. Like, other people brought me into MGTOW. I listened to the Barbarossa videos. And then I started making videos, so they helped me. And, now we just pass it forward. And, it's an idea whose time has come. We need it. Okay. The left, the women. And when I say the left, don't think that I'm like saying, oh, but the right is good. I don't care like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this liberal, leftist, feminist, globalist attitude has gone too far. It doesn't work, my friends. I'm sorry. I had it. I believed in it and I held on to it. And then I was like 50 years old and I'm like, look, I'm not going to be here another 50 years. And these ideas that I hold as great values, they don't fucking work. Okay? You don't help people by enabling them and crippling them and giving them free stuff. You just enable them in their worst behavior. It's like you wouldn't just have your kid and just give it all the ice cream and rotten food that it wants and let it never go to school or never work or never do anything. You'd cripple the child. So that's what's going on. Okay? We are a nation. We are a world full of people that are being crippled by their governments. And if you think the government's doing you a favor, it's not. This is a drug pusher giving you stuff. Not you, but you know what I mean? Getting the people to where they have to rely on the government. And then they'll take it away. And then they'll say, oh, we've always been at war with Russia. It's like, no, we haven't been at war with Russia. 10 years ago, we were doing okay with Russia. And it's like, and you have to buy into this group collective mindset. It's like the people in the house are celebrating, they're drinking, they're slapping each other on the back, they're having a good time. And it's like, and the kid comes in and is like, what's going on? And it's like, well, Big Brother is dead. Stalin is dead. Thank God. I mean, like, how many more tens of millions of us had to die and suffer? Woo, this is a great day. We're celebrating today. Have a drink, kid. And the kid's like, okay, I'm going to go out on the street and celebrate. And they're like, oh, no. You can't say a single word of this out on the street. It's true. So how do you guys, feel about transsexual rights and going into, the opposite gender's bathroom for children? How do you feel about that? Now, I suspect as a human being, as a, decent human being who cares about the people around him, doesn't want to see people needlessly suffer and things like that, that, you feel like this is potentially a real nightmare, an abomination even, right? Well, you better not say it in public. You better not go into the workplace and say it. You better not go to church and say it. If you go to church, you better not go onto a news program or make a video. They'll shut your video down. And if you do, adopt yourself a name like Howard Dare, or something like that. Like don't use your name. And be prepared for, the blowback on what's going to happen there. So by doing what's right, telling the truth, being true to the principles that sustain life, you are an enemy of the group. You are the outcast. I am the outcast. We are the outcasts. So we've got to build ourselves back up, okay? We've got to find our way. We've got to make our own way. We've got to go strong way. I'd like to create a MGTOW hub just of news stories, okay? I do not have the time or the ability to go out there and to read all of the men's issues, news stories, and then, to pick one out and talk about it. But I would like to gather them and present them on a daily basis to the MGTOW community, to men that are looking for help, right? Desperate men in desperate situations, and this is potentially their last hope. I want to put some news out there for them, some stories out for them. And like I said, all I want to do is get the links and post the links, right? Kind of like the Dread Report, but I'm calling it the Dare Report. No, or the MGTOW Report. No, it doesn't matter, what we call it, as long as, it's a resource. It's a thing we can build with the tools that we have, whose reach and growth can be exponential. So, it's worth putting a little work in on the front end, which I'll do. And then, I'm like looking to you guys to give me good links to important news stories concerning men. And then we'll just automate it and post them up there, right? It's a good idea. And obviously, an advertisement on there. Look, you have to live, okay? You have to survive. Do what you believe in. Do what you feel motivated about. Do what you feel is important. And get paid, okay? Take care of yourself so that you can get to the next day, so that you can build a better pizza, right? Come on. Come on. The pizza's worth it. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Moving on. Okay. Jerry is here. What's Jerry saying? This is about a year ago or so. Pulaski, does Howard have a donation link? Yeah, I've got a donation link. As a matter of fact, this is a good topic. I had PayPal going on, you know what I mean? And PayPal sucks because PayPal puts you through the ringer to, first off, set up your business account and everything like that. And then when they find out, who you are, like if they don't like what you're doing, they shut you down. So they shut me down. And everything was cool. You know what I mean? Like everything was totally upfront and everything like that. But no, they don't politically agree with it. So then they circumvent the idea of free speech, but they do it because the ends justify the means. You know what I mean? In other words, they think, oh, they're protecting free speech, so they're going to shut down the people's free speech who they don't agree with because they feel those people's views are the enemy, the true enemies of free speech, right? So this is your typical, projection. This is a typical kind of Nazi trick. You know what I mean? I don't even mean like it's complex, propaganda tool. It's not even that. It's borrowing a stick to beat another. That's a great Chinese strategy. Never be the one who starts the fight. Okay. Don't say I'm going to invade Kuwait. Don't do that. But say that Iraq has invaded Kuwait. So I'm going to invade Iraq to protect the people of Kuwait. And then once you're over there, you've done what you need to do, you can then take over both Iraq and Kuwait. But you can't, but you have to use the excuse of the other thing. So yeah, the feminists, the globalists, the leftists, the dependents, the people who just want a free living wage and free everything, hey, they're just trying to be, good and right and do the right thing so that we can have a good world. But they're not. They're trying to get their faces stuffed and to get fat and to sit on top of the mountain without having earned it. Again, it's the desire for the unearned resources that is, the source of all this evil. If this is why you can't cheat the honest man, okay? If you'll work, if you'll do what you got to do to get ahead, you will make some progress. This is what I'm saying you need to kind of do. You kind of need to turn away from culture, popular culture, society, media at large. And you need to develop your own way. Maybe this is pursuing a hobby, like making pizzas. Something that you love, something that you like, something that you care about, something that makes you feel good, okay? And then you get so good at it that you can make a difference in the world with it, and you can make, your living at it as well, okay? This is the way. Do this and you don't have to work again for the rest of your life. Or you could hope and wait for the government to give you a stimulus check, because they probably will if enough people complain and the situation gets bad enough. And it really is the difference between giving a man a fish or teach them how to fish. Now, you're going to have to teach yourself how to fish, okay? Yeah, there's a good one. That'll put my microphone through its paces. Yeah, I'm using an actual microphone here, ladies and gentlemen, so I should sound a little better. Oh, shoot. I've been going on for way too long. Did you guys get my donation link? I had to switch over to CashApp. Okay, PayPal sucks. If they don't agree with your ideology, they will shut you down. Okay, this is like, virtue signaling. This is using their authority to shut down other people under the guise that they're doing the right thing when they're not. They're just shutting people down that they disagree with. But Cash App is really nice. Cash App, they don't care who you are. Go on. Just go in there, sign up, man. That's it. Boom. You're good. Put a card in there. Boom. Now you can receive money. Boom. They're not going to fucking ask for your passport and bullshit like that. Anyway, so it's a good app. Go ahead and use it. Red Pill Rhino says, Pulaski, give them time. They probably shut us all down. Did you hear July 28th? They will no longer allow personal accounts to send money to business accounts. PayPal is screwing itself. Yeah. They're becoming a legacy kind of thing. You know what I mean? When YouTube had to, become family friendly and, they might as well be Disney, so they sell out. They have to be part of the larger establishment. This part of this larger culture that's just beating the hell out of people with virtue and principles. That's what's going on here, and that's you. Okay. That's me. So how do we get ahead? Okay. Check it out. Right? It's like you're in a competition in a world with a bunch of people that are going to claim victim status to get the job, right? And you're the only one out there trying to actually be honest on your resume and honestly present your skills and not tell a sob story, because who the hell wants somebody who tells a sob story working for them? Right? Like you would never hire that person. So you're not going to be that person when you go to get hired, but you're competing against the people, 9 other people who are all playing the victim card, all going for victim status. How are you going to compete? And the answer is you're not. You're going to get shut down. They're going to get the job. And if you think that oh, that's just a job. These are your hunting grounds. Okay. You are a lion out on the African, savannah or whatever. And these are your hunting grounds. That was your job. And it's been taken away because you looked at her for too long. And it's been given to somebody who doesn't have the qualifications for the job. As a matter of fact, that's why they gave them the job. Because they're tired of giving it to people who are qualified and who earned it and who are good at it. So in this world, who reproduces? Who has more kids? Do you? Can you, with your, K development, where you take care of your kid and teach them values and principles and ideas and try to make them strong, are you going to be able to compete with somebody who's on every government program they can get, cheating every system they can get, doing as little work as possible for as much gain as possible, which is a good system when you're in a situation of scarcity. But when you're in a situation of abundance, now you become a glutton with those characteristics. The powers that be are aware of these things, and they use them to, their advantage. Why do you think McDonald's is so delicious? Right? Why? Do you think it's quality meat? It's not. Do you think they've got enough sugar in there? They certainly do. But do you think it's just the sugar that's bringing you back? No, it's not. Convenience? Culture? No. There's all kinds of terrible chemicals in there. There's MSG in there, that just makes it taste delicious, right? But of course, it's really unhealthy. There's the vegetable oils, which they never go bad, right? So the stuff they're cooking it in, it never goes rancid. It never goes bad. Of course, there's no way for you to process it inside of your human body. It might as well be plastic. You might as well be eating plastic. Cardboard would be better. Because at least it's got some fiber and some wood in there, No, this is plastic that we're essentially eating, and it goes straight to the liver and just boom, fatty liver. So, your health is also on the line here. Okay. If you become part of this culture, if you do what the women suggest, if you do what popular culture suggests, kiss your health goodbye. Okay. It's just going to be a diabetic nightmare. And you're going to constantly be craving their food. So it's a really horrible situation that we're facing. We're immersed in it. It's like a fish in water. We want to go our own way, but how does a young man find his own way? He's going to have to build his own way. He should have been able to rely on the ones who'd gone before him to teach him the way and to help bring him up, you know? Like a trainer treats a boxer, you know, or a coach, you know, treats a fighter. You know, it's not just here to exploit him. You're here to bring him up, build him up, get him ready. You know, you can only do, 4 rounds. Now we can do 6 rounds. You can only go up against average people. Now we can go up against some people who've got some skills, and you got to build it. Right? So the men, the boys, they especially need this. They really do. To throw them all out there and to be like, you're a man, get it done. You're on your own. Good luck getting a woman. What the fuck, man? Like, I had a father. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. I really am. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to come on here and talk about it and give you guys a chance, to talk about it. What's going on? Fast food is just that. The idea that you are filled fast, no nutritional value, diet and exercise is the key. Yeah, diet is the key, like not eating. Yeah, that's what I believe in. But I believe in getting plenty of protein too. I was going to hit the likes, but didn't want Duluth model to come at me. LOL. Yeah, exactly. Right? Damn. Yeah, I had a video I was going to post. It was, I think it was over there in Britain, but yeah, because it was like on the Mirror or something like that. And it was 2 lesbians, dykes, attacking a man. Like, I think their dog had bit him, something like that. And one of them just kind of comes over and just, is just kind of like slapping at him, which is no big deal. And he's not fighting back or anything like that. He's just like, back off, please. But then the other one comes at him, and she's bald, and she's got a fucking hammer, and she's swinging that hammer at the man. And they go down, you know what I mean? And there's a bulldog there, and he jumps in on it. And I'm thinking, yeah, man, this is the way women treat men, I'm going to post this video. And I'm like, damn, no, that's too much. You know what I mean? I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. And yet, that's what it is. So I really appreciate your support. So I got shut down on PayPal. I've moved over to CashApp. I've got a lot of people. I've got some people who give me monthly donations, and they're not going through on PayPal because PayPal sucks and they're a bunch of ideological assholes. They also have this large global financial interest to protect. So of course they have to play their, cards a certain way. But still, they suck. And Cash App is good, so I like it. So go ahead and click on my Cash App donation link. Help the Howard Dare channel out. I need a lot of help at this time, you guys. The state has me in a situation where I can't work. I'm not allowed to work. I'm awaiting trial is what's going on. And I have no way to, just like buy a razor blade. I don't. So, the help that you guys are giving me now, it means a lot. It means the world. Okay. It's saving my life. And hopefully there will come a time when Howard Dare actually does get to come back in full, where I get to exist with liberty, with freedom, without, certain fears hanging over me and restricting me. Hopefully we can get there. But you guys are keeping me alive along the way. So, the hearts that I put on all the comments, they're real. Okay. Terminator T800. Wait a minute. This kind of looks like Terminator T500 from a while back. How's it going, bro? It could be my old friend too. Yeah. No, it means a lot for me to be here. And, I wasn't here because I didn't want, the quality wasn't going to be good enough, but I don't care. I just want to be here, give you guys a chance. Man, I've been going on for a long time. I'm so sorry. Anybody want to get in here? Here. Anybody want to come in here and talk? Have something to say? Ask me a question? Something like that. Let's see. Where's that link? Let me put that link out there. Oh, wait, it'll be down here at invite. There it is. Okay. Got the link. Back to comments. Post the link. Yeah. So if anybody's interested, they can pop in here. I'm not going to go on much longer, guys. Don't worry about it. And don't forget about that Cash App. And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, what the hell are you doing here? Okay, what are you waiting for? Come on. Jeez, man, just move the mouse, click the button. No big deal. Stop pussyfooting around. What's up, man? Chan, how's it going, bro? Damn it, that's tough, brother. Things will get better. Keep thinking positive. Thank you, bro. And that's what you got to do. You really do got to keep thinking positive. I mean, you could be out there in the middle of the ocean and you could be going down for the third time. You know what I mean? But you've got to keep a positive attitude. You can't give up. I'm sure that a few of you, many of you have been in situations in life where you thought it was over. Like, this is it, man. I'm not going to make it out of this one. I'm just going to give up. And I swear there is something that kicks in on the human spirit that says, okay, fine, maybe I am going down, but I am not just going to give up. So I think they want to kill that within us. Don't let them do it, man. Don't let them do it. Yeah, I'll do these podcasts, regular. I'll keep them shorter. Like I'll talk for like 10 minutes, bring you guys in, talk for, 15 minutes, and then we'll shut it down. That's what's going on there. Now, have I gotten anybody who's trying to come in here off of the StreamYard thing? Because I don't know how to work it. So I don't know if I've got people like waiting in the wings. Need to be a StreamYard expert. Where's Chris Mitchell? Is he still here? No, he's probably off making pizza. Who didn't hit the like? Yeah, I mean, come on, what the hell? You're here? You're not hitting the like? Come on, bro. Jeez. I'm just kidding, guys. I really am. Yeah, watch Chris's video on making pizza. Now, he could have told us, how he prepares the dough, what temperature the oven is at, and things like that. I saw him putting down, anyway, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, making a pizza, make your own dough. I mean, that's all you're really talking about there, So you're talking about a few cups of flour. You're talking about like a tablespoon of yeast, tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, mixing that stuff up. Like 3 cups of flour, maybe like 1.5 of water tops. Otherwise, it'll get too sticky. Mixing it up, letting it rise for a few hours. Boom, you're good to go. Watch a couple videos. It's a lot of fun too. Sometimes they come out really good. All right. Well, if I've got anybody hanging to try to get in here, I don't know how to get them in here. What's this? Little hot water, sugar is a good addition. Yeah, absolutely. And a little oil on your hands, some olive oil, ideally, so that, the dough isn't too sticky. But you don't want to get too much oil in there with your dough because the oil messes up the gluten and its ability to rise. You won't get that light colored, really fluffy dough and then, a little crustier on the bottom. You won't get that. You'll get more of a kind of cakey, oily dough that's a little bit more consistent, flaky on the bottom and flaky all the way through if you use too much oil. All right. So I'm going to shut it down, right? Been going on for a long time. I appreciate everybody stopping by. We'll do this regularly. I'll be a little more organized, have something to talk about, bring you guys in, talk about it. Let me know, what you think about these subjects, these issues. It's essentially for you, I mean, it's a community for, everybody to interact with, and I'm just kind of facilitating it. So please go ahead and, like, share, comment, subscribe, donate. Because like I said, what the fuck, you're still here. And you haven't done those things. Come on. Join me again, Howard Dare, as I intend to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.